Many of you might not be old enough, or maybe are too old, to know about the olden days of internet blood sports debate. I came up in those times. A lot of my most formative YouTube internet politics memories came from watching people like Destiny just basically go full Doom guy on entire calls full of like literally a dozen Nazis. Gotta admit, whether you like Destiny or not these days, if you have not gone back to watch those 2017 to early 2019 era debates that he did against the alt-right, you've genuinely deprived yourself of some seriously top-tier content. I cannot tell you enough how much you should go check that stuff out. But if you were around back then, you should know about one of the most notorious neo-Nazis to ever inhabit the internet, Baked Alaska. Now, to be fair, he's not all that popular these days, so I can't blame you if you have no idea who I'm talking about. But everybody who does is probably going to find this segment very interesting. And if you don't know who he is, then perhaps you can take a little journey with us into a history lesson about online right-wing figures and what inevitably happens to them when the evil of their ways catches up with them. Before we get into it though, leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below, the Alaska is not baked today, or unbaked Alaska. How about that? To let me know that you enjoyed the video and to boost it in the algorithm. Hype the video as well if YouTube will let you, and subscribe if you want to see more. But without any further ado, let's get right into it, because I've got a video here we're going to be watching called The Baked Alaska Crashout Story. This is a documentary, not a super duper in-depth, well, it is actually pretty long and in-depth. We probably won't be able to watch all of it, in fact, but that's a-okay, guys, because I'm going to recommend and refer you guys to the original video, which will be linked in the description of the video when it comes out on YouTube, this segment, and you guys can go watch the rest of it yourselves, but at least for the majority, or at least the opening, like, half of the video, I want to react to it, because I have a lot to say about it, and I think it could be a good time. Yes, I'm aware Baked Alaska is a dessert. I'm very aware. That is, in fact, what he named himself after. But you'll come to find that this guy predates a lot of the political activism many of you guys might have engaged with online. And yet a lot of this guy's vibe is very familiar to today's far right. Despite this guy completely falling off and becoming irrelevant, he did actually start a lot of significant right-wing memes and cultural indicators that have stuck around to this day. So say what you want, but he's made his mark. He's also made quite a few marks in his pants. Well, rhetorically speaking, he's very, very much embarrassed himself publicly many times. But let's get right into it. No more dilly-dallying.
I need help!
This is Baked Alaska, political advocate, IRL live streamer, and desperate wannabe hype beast influencer. Nowadays, he finds himself 38 years old, broke, and streaming to a micro community on Kick. But throughout his past, he has created content on many different platforms, and has created for himself a sordid history of controversies. Through his notoriously terrible music, his many public fallouts with other content creators, his time spent in extremist movements, and even time spent in prison,
I should mention, that image right there, that is exactly what you think it is. That is the Charlottesville Unite the Right Nazi Tiki Torch rally. And yes, not only was he in the crowd with the Tiki Torch carriers, he was one of the main advertised, influencers hosting the Unite the Right rally. If you go find the, Nazi-inspired poster for the Unite the Right rally, Baked Alaska is one of the names that was used to advertise that this is going to be a big deal. You should come and attend. That is how big of a deal Baked Alaska was. Like Richard Spencer level big deal.
His time spent in extremist movements...
Well, to be fair, Richard Spencer's not a big deal anymore, but back then he really was.
And even time spent in prison. He has managed to generate a lot of attention for himself. But to achieve doing this, Baked has had to lower himself to levels any normal person would be deathly ashamed of. And through shamelessly hunting such fleeting virality, Baked has found himself all the way in the gutter. This is the story of Baked Alaska. So Baked Alaska's career didn't start as an IRL streamer or a blood sports host. It started as a rapper, and this was back in 2014, where his old rap music was a lot less "We Love Our Cops," and a lot more "Please invite me to the cookout." In an old interview, he said that he just decided to start rapping at the time of this career change, and looking back, he probably could have spent more time honing his craft. Seeing him wearing his grill, flexing his bling, making references to the canon and the trap, and knowing that he grew up in a well-off devout Christian household shows how Baked's first step into creating anything was already inauthentic. And as we head into
there's nothing that, like, goes together better than white rapper and white Christian upbringing. Wealthy white Christian suburban upbringing. Like, why? Like, there are like 5 white rappers that actually came from like rough circumstances, and you can tell because they aren't shit. There's just something about being a nepo baby, like rich trust fund like kid, that just makes you a terrible rapper, you know? He obviously failed out of all of that. This is before the Nazi stuff had started. Mind you, I actually covered this guy way back on in the day on my channel. One of his bigger, more iconic public meltdowns that went viral on Reddit. I ended up covering that, and the video will get around to those instances.
2015, it should become clear that this was just a roleplay. He was portraying a caricature of a rapper because he got a job creating content for BuzzFeed, and we can see a distinct shift in personality to something that I believe is more him being comfortably himself.
My name is Alaska, and I'm a straight man.
I don't know about
I
that.
would go full-on gay for Justin Bieber. He turned his life around, and that's a really attractive trait to me. He's just so smooth and beautiful.
I'm homophobic now.
I know Justin loves to skate, so I'd take him to a skate park. You know, maybe he'd buy me a Slurpee. We could hang out. It's too late now to say fuck me. I want to sing that to you, Justin.
Not only starring in videos, Baked would manage the Vine and Twitter accounts of BuzzFeed for a time, and he for some reason still has an active account on there. Also, he has credits on the video, "I'm an activist, but I'm not."
I'm an activist, but it's hard to process so much death and pain sometimes.
I'm an activist, but I'm not angry. I just get angry when people are ignorant.
If you know where Baked ends up, it might be surprising to hear that a BuzzFeed employee that worked alongside him has...
Man, if you don't remember the time where the internet considered BuzzFeed the worst thing ever, then you don't even know, man. You don't even know, man. The era when BuzzFeed was the #1 boogeyman on the internet was just a different time in politics. It was honestly a simpler, more fun time. It was a stupid time, but it was fun.
Claimed that when he first joined the company, he put up a Bernie Sanders poster in his office, and Business Insider claimed that he would go out and march for the Black Lives Matter movement, and Baked himself has since claimed that it was actually his fangirling over Justin Bieber that led to him changing his beliefs. Baked reports that in conversation with a fellow BuzzFeed employee, he proclaimed his love for Justin Bieber and said that he was his spirit animal, to which his colleague responded with an allegation of cultural appropriation of the Native Americans. This made Baked aware to the dangers of political correctness, creating a change in him, and in the run-up to the 2016 election, Baked would start wearing a MAGA hat to work, making people uncomfortable. I don't quite understand how this change came so fast, but Baked decided to express his new feelings through the form of rap music.
Build the wall, it just got 10 feet higher. Build the wall, it just got 10 feet strong. Build the wall, it just got 10.
You better believe these songs were being blasted at so many right-wing events back in the day. And these songs, would be used in so many SJW Destroyed compilations. There were thousands of them. Like, if you put in that, like, year filter, 2016 and 2017, and you search SJW Destroyed, and you search for results before 2018, you will be shocked by how many results come up and how, like, brain rot they are, looking back by today's standards.
10 feet higher and build and build and build and just build the wall.
And I understand this is tongue-in-cheek, obviously that's not lost on me. But this is only effective as a parody of the right. And it's clear without Baked's crew, his music is significantly worse than it already was, using the driest stock MIDI sounds for his beats, and equipping his voice with the most garish auto-tune you could possibly imagine. But it was more about the message. And around this time, I believe in quite a shallow way, Baked adopted...
You don't need any talent to succeed on the right, you just have to say the right things.
The meme magic dissident right persona. Also, he pledged his absolute allegiance to Trump, getting a tattoo in support of him, and around this time, he released his most infamous song, "We Love Our Cops."
We love our cops, our law enforcement. We love our military, they're important. We love our cops, our law enforcement. We love our military, they're important. And when I'm in a jam,
Zan, do you have a voice changer? Like, am I using a voice changer? If I was, I feel like I'd have a better voice. Man, if I had a voice changer, I'd use it and I would make myself sound better. I hate my voice.
I'm in the jam, I know that I can call up the man, can call up the man with a plan. When I'm on the run, all I gotta do is dial 911.
And this track actually went weirdly viral. Yeah.
It sounds like AI music. The thing about this is that song is probably like 12 years old right now. If I were to ballpark it, this song is probably 12 years old. Genuinely. There might be people like that you know, that you've spoken to in recent times, like a little brother who is younger than this song. It's definitely not AI.
As after it was released, like in normie crowds on Facebook. So I'd know all of the context of the Bloodsports fallout and stuff like that. And there'd be these nice normal people talking about this song, and I'd just be like, wow, this guy looks crazy. Actually, Anna, after this, let me show you a live stream where the TTS is constantly playing. Anyway, these songs weren't going to make him a living, but with his newfound love of attention whoring through posting far-right content online, he fittingly found far-right attention Milo Yiannopoulos and started working for him as a media manager.
Who doesn't know who Milo Yiannopoulos is? I'm really curious on like how Michael doesn't know who Milo is. Man, times have changed so much. The political landscape is so different now. There's like a couple people who don't know who he is. He was basically the guy who made being a Nazi cool for young people. He's a very very flamboyantly, openly gay, British, young guy who is also a white supremacist and one of the leading voices in the alt-right. And he was, like, a big part of his whole brand was, you can be a gay Nazi. Wait, a gay Nazi? Yes, he was the gay Nazi, dude. His whole thing was bringing young LGBT men into the Nazi movement. Like, just because you're gay doesn't mean you can't be a white supremacist, was his whole message, right? And a lot of young LGBT people had their alt-right phase because they followed Milo. He got ousted from the right, though, because he talked about how when he was a young boy, a older camp counselor ended up taking his virginity. He got raped. And he said he actually is glad it happened and hopes that other boys have the same experience because it was valuable for him. And the right canceled the fuck out of him. Like, badly. He's kind of come back a little bit, and that's only because he's doing the routes as now claiming to be ex-gay. Now he calls himself an ex-homosexualist, and he claims to be ex-gay, though he does still live with his ex-husband, as he claims, ex-husband, as his roommate, and they definitely don't fuck. They definitely don't still fuck. But he's now ex-gay and just lives with his ex-husband as roommates now, and nothing untoward happens. Absolutely nothing.
Far-right attention Milo Yiannopoulos and started working for him as a media manager. It's not really too clear to me what Baked actually ever did for Milo, apart from give him cute cuddles and stroke his ego. Also around this time, Baked worked...
They fucked.
...with Mike Cernovich, someone that at the time was working on campaigns to promote Trump. And as these people were creating chances for themselves to become more mainstream political figures, Baked was too busy on Twitter making jokes about gas and... A more tame tweet that got coverage at the time was in the context of Baked responding to Jesse Singal. Jesse, it's a common fact that the media is run in majority by people. It's similar to observing
I wonder what he meant by that.
Congrats. Obviously, as Trump is somebody that likes to receive huge donations from Israelis, people like Mike and Milo that were wanting to get closer to him would have to distance themselves from somebody such as Baked. And at some point the penny dropped with Cernovich regarding Baked's Twitter antics, causing him to blow up in his DMs, which Baked has since shared. Yiannopoulos also disavowed him around that time, claiming that he was not a friend but an employee that needs replacing. And sometime after this, Baked begged to be let back into the house.
Milo, you're forgiven. You can do what you want. This is your free speech week, Milo. If you want to be negative, if you want to bring others down, that is up to you. That's up to your conscience. I can't tell you what to do. I encourage people really to put our differences aside for a little bit. Imagine if me, Milo, Mike Cernovich, and Bill Mitchell teamed together. Imagine what we could do. Imagine the damage we could do to the left. That's what we did during the election, right? I think there's great things to the alt-right. I think there's great things to the alt-right.
Imagine the damage we could do to the left, guys.
I think they all have positives and negatives.
But this
we could own so many SJWs.
Baked put all of his effort into his live streaming and YouTube career. So, Baked Alaska as a content creator. Let's first look at a piece of edited content that he made. This is In the Thick. And for anyone that's familiar with YouTube content around 2016, I think it's clear he looked around and did what others did, that being shamelessly copy $1 Million Extreme.
Milk. You got milk in there? Is that real milk in there?
Yes, it is.
Dude, we've got the biggest fucking FUD ever in chat right now. Holy shit. Rebus Snake Emoji said, "Stop with the big PP, small PP incel crap." In reference to the poll that I've made in my chat, for the stream, where I ask, have you liked the stream yet? Yes. Parentheses, big peepee. no, parentheses, small peepee. They're mad and claiming it's incel crap that I'm playing into big peepee, small peepee. Is it like an incel myth that some dicks are bigger than others now? Is that what you're claiming? I genuinely wish I could, like... I wish I could scan your brain, I'm gonna be honest. I want to scan your brain. Rebus, can I scan your brain? Do I have your permission to do a brain scan? I would love to see the results.
All right, natural milk. What do you got to say about natural milk?
I'm a vegan.
You're a vegan?
I'm a vegan.
Oh my god. So we got milk, no milk. All right, apparently someone's racist out here. This is for the victims of oppression! Dude.
And we see another persona where yet again he is a mimic. He is not speaking as such, he is a parrot.
He's literally wearing a shirt of the guy he's mimicking. A lot of these right-wing, like, shock jock types, they all want to copy Sam Hyde, who's been around for decades online and has kind of been, like, the OG nuisance guy. Like, a big part of, like, what Sam Hyde got big on was being a provocateur and a public nuisance. And everyone who's ever done that after him, whether they realize that or not, has been copying Sam Hyde. It's a little bit like FPS Russia in that way. Every gun channel since FPS Russia, whether they realize it or not, is copying FPS Russia or competing with him. You know, trying to do what he was able to do back in the day. No gun channel will ever be as successful as FPS Russia was. Just like no nuisance channel like this will ever be as successful as Sam Hyde was.
Again, he is a mimic. He is not speaking as such, he is a parrot. And in his bastardized repetition of other people's content, he cannot quite pronounce the words. He only did 2 episodes of this, maybe because it's shit, but also it is fairly high effort content. And Bakes doesn't want to get his precious hands dirty actually putting work in for anything. Why try hard when you can just go live, be an asshole, and get a rush from a spike in viewership?
I love you. Can I give you a hug? No. I want a hug. No.
So, this is what I mean by public nuisance content, and this is what Baked Alaska was known for the longest time. Like, this is what I associate him with. Content that is just straight up walking around with the camera, harassing random people on the street, while getting, like, a stream of donations, and those donations connect to a TTS program where whenever they donate a message, the message gets read out loud with a speaker that everyone can hear as he's walking around. And so it's just a robot voice reading the N-word and other slurs over and over and over again as he harasses random people in public. And, like, every line from the robot is another big dono that's come in, right? And so because this form of content, to add to the nuisance factor, the viewers have to keep a constant stream of donations going, so the robot voice is constantly screaming the N-word. And it is a very profitable and very not ethical path or way of making content. But even to this day, there are a lot of right-wing creators, particularly on like Rumble and Kick, that still do this.
I want a hug. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Go away.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just was saying I love you. God bless you.
But due to the nature of this style of content, and it being created by someone so shameless, there will be moments where there will be entertaining clips created by Baked, but unfortunately for him, they are often just at his expense. Sometimes these clips are mildly embarrassing.
Based?
I'm sorry?
Based and red pilled? It's based and red pilled. Do you know what that means?
I don't.
Oh, it's like, that's dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're absolutely devastating.
That's rough.
They said grab her by the... Well, she's a cat, so...
This fucking clip. Oh my god. I need to like max out the volume so you guys know for a fact what's happening in this clip. Okay.
That's dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're absolutely devastating.
They said grab her by the... Well, she's a cat, so... No, I'm saying touch...
No.
That's equivalent, you know? Are you single?
Yes.
Can I get your number? No?
Not together.
Damn, why not?
Yeah,
She's 13. How old are you? No, that's a lie. Really?
Yes. Come here. Let's go.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How did he bounce back?
It started bad. It started with it just being sexually harassing a cosplayer. And then you find out she's 13, and it goes from an awkward rejection of blatantly creepy sexual advances to him getting, like, just decimated. That is just the worst thing that could happen to someone behaving that way. But of course he bounced back from it. He's a right-wing figure. They don't care.
Back from that one, I feel like any normal person would just end stream and delete their channel after something like that, but that is part of Bake's success. He is a cockroach that can withstand it. But as we step into 2017, his new persona and his politics become more clear. In the span of a year, he went from metrosexual BuzzFeed employee to saying the 14 words, throwing up Romans, and hanging around with people that would say he did nothing wrong.
Someone wanted me to say words, so of course I'll say words. We must educate children.
Proud to be white, Proud Boys.
I don't have to tell you what the 14 words are. It's a Nazi poem, we'll call it, that they recited there.
No Marxism, white. These are. Do you know the 14 words are? We must. Woo! Hell yeah. I did nothing wrong.
Which brings us to the 2017 Charlottesville Unite the Right rally. Somehow, f***ing Baked Alaska was a top-billed guy.
I need you to understand how many anti-SJW YouTubers who were not Nazis were defending this rally and calling it just a conservative rally. This was the poster for it. And you had, like, particularly I remember Shuanhead was one of the people on Twitter that was like, it is not a Nazi rally just because some of the people there are Nazis. Meanwhile, this is literally the official banner, like the official poster for the rally. And then, of course, you had the Jews will not replace us Tiki Torch march that the Nazis did. But yeah, this was defended by so many anti-SJW YouTubers back in the day, who weren't even right-wing. Who weren't, well, I mean, Shu is, but a lot of them that were actual liberals ended up defending this. Schnarf, how are, like Schnarf? Thank you for the $10, I appreciate that very much, thank you. Says Kat Abu Ghazad, I can never pronounce her last name, I'm sorry. Kat Abu, running for Illinois Congress, has been indicted recently for protesting ICE, and in response, there's a video of a MAGA lady handing Kat a care package for her time in prison you should watch. Jesus Christ. Yeah, maybe we'll look into that segment a little later in the stream. Good lord. Well, thank you for the $10 dues. I appreciate that. Jesus. Sorry to distract from the topic, everybody. It's just with super chats, I gotta read them right away or they disappear.
For this event, alongside Richard Spencer and Mike Enoch. I don't think he actually did a speech or anything here. He was just knocking around with his mates trying to get some nice shots for his YouTube channel.
What's up, guys? Smash that like button. Everyone get in here. We should probably be in the middle. I should be in the middle.
Make sure to smash that heckin' like button. If we get to 5,000 likes, in my next video, I'm gonna save the white race. But this was crazy to look.
Indeed. Hit that heckin' like button on this video as well. If we get 5,000 comments and 5,000 likes in this video, we're gonna make every white person have melanin. There's not gonna be any more white people. Not gonna do anything to the white people, but we're gonna make them not white anymore. So, yeah, we're gonna doom the white race.
Back at, and it was an infamously violent event. And Baked at one point did find himself in the crossfire.
Pepper spray! I got pepper spray! I got pepper spray! I need milk! I need milk! I need milk!
Mass forced melanation, exactly.
I need milk! Help! Milk right now, please! Milk! Keep streaming!
I got it.
Keep streaming!
I got it, Bakes.
Keep streaming me! Someone...
I'm streaming.
So get someone to stream me!
I got it, Bakes.
Okay.
It's right here, I got it, okay?
What is my people saying?
Alright. Damn, that sucks.
I need more milk!
If you know what's coming up, you will be assured to have zero sympathy.
I could use some white on me, Lamau JK. Oh no, Noct, you can't make that joke. You're from the Philippines. I've been to the Asian markets in my area. Half the Filipino soaps all have skin lightening properties, okay? I know what's going on over there.
For this man. So Baked didn't do a speech at Charlottesville, but I have found footage of a free speech rally that he attended where he was given a chance to
Oh shit! Liberty Hangout! That's a Liberty Hangout hoodie. This guy likes Poop Girl. This guy likes Poopy. He likes the Poopy Lady. Poopy Bennett.
Though, but I have found footage of a free speech rally that he attended where he was given a chance to show off his public speaking skills.
Oh my god, the Kekistan flag.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Dudes in skull masks.
I see my fellow Kekistanis out there. Chatelet, my bros. Hell yeah.
Chatelet, my bros.
A man who loves his
Dude, there's no way any of you guys remember Chatelet, right? They're like, do I have any fellow unks here who remember the Chatelet thing? I do. Chatelet, Kekistani, I was 10. Good god. I was once a Sargon fan. If you were a Sargon fan, you'd know about all these things, yeah. Wait, I need a refresher? Correct me if I'm wrong, Chatelet is a band? And for some reason, not really any that makes any sense, the right ended up appropriating the music for a bunch of their right-wing meme imagery and their, like, music videos and stuff. and a bunch of news outlets talked about how that song was becoming a bit of a right-wing meme, and like Nazis were appropriating it. And so people who thought it was a song, okay, yeah. And so the song itself started to get kind of demonized by the media for the way it was being co-opted, and in response, everyone from like edgelords to full-on Nazis started really embracing the song. And so here you've got like legit Nazis sort of to mock the media for saying it as it is, saying like, haha, Châtelet, my brothers.
Country, and I want great things to happen here, and I want us to be able to say whatever the fuck we want to say, okay? Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah! Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah! Hell yeah.
Low energy.
Now, I know I didn't show this heckin'-based Kekarino make any points and just showed him being embarrassing, but he doesn't really make any. He just gestures towards free speech being good. It's the most safe and agreeable stuff. And he is often slippery with his beliefs. When he's with an extreme crowd, he'll be the same and fit in like the clips we showed earlier, but when he would get pressed on stuff, he would back right off from any of these positions. Like when he was interviewed by Tim Pool. Yes, it would be bad to start yelling the 14 words and start talking about the but in this situation, Baked backed off from having any immigration stance at all.
So, but immigration, you know, let's say someone right now applied, came to the United States, and started working. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
If they are trying to become a legal citizen, if they're assimilating to our culture, and they're doing it the right legal way, I have no problem with that.
8 years later. We need to stop all immigration! All immigration! No immigration anymore! There cannot be any more! They're taking all our gerbs! I do love how, for like a decade, the right was like, no, we love immigration, just legal immigration. And now it's just like openly the policy of the Trump administration to end all non-white immigration.
What if they come and overstay their visa? Like, what if they come and do everything right, they're working, and then they have troubles, they can't get their visa renewed, and they're here, and they stay?
Why does it look like you're streaming from an extremely rural VFW basement? Well, I don't live rurally, I actually live in Seattle, but this is a fully finished... I guess you could call it a basement, technically, but it's also the first floor. Seattle houses are funny because they're always built into the side of hills. So, like, the first floor and garage area are, like, the front half is above ground, but then when you go to the back of it, it's underground. But it's still the first floor because that's where you walk in. It's like that, so... Doxed? Oh. Good luck. Good luck. Have you met Vosh? I did when we were friends, yeah. But this is kind of a finished basement, kind of a first floor. And it's just sort of like an old Seattle house. It's got, like, that's not even wood paneling. That's real wood. It's pretty nice. Although it is old. I would like a newer place to live. But in Seattle, a lot of the construction is pretty old. And if it's not old, it's going to be, like, prohibitively expensive. Like, dude, rent here is expensive.
I think it should be looked at. If they are abusing our system, I think they need to go back. And... I mean, the reality is we can't keep everyone here. I mean, I wish we could just keep everyone.
Speaking of Mount Rainier, are you safe if Mount... Wait, speaking of Seattle, are you safe if Mount Rainier erupts? No. No. No, 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 no. No, I am not safe at all if Mount Rainier erupts. Not even a little.
And have enough resources and land, but we can't do that.
He says this in one breath and then goes out chanting, "You will not replace us," with Richard Spencer, and tells David Duke how much he loves him.
Thank you, Alaska. I honor you for your courage in this minute, too. I love you, Dr. Now listen, when we get back to the park, well, we love you, too.
He could have taken a rhetorically effective and optically sound anti-immigration stance here, but he takes the easiest route, lacking any backbone, and just showing he has a complete disregard for what he spends his time promoting. It should have been clear to people, even back at this time, he was a shape-shifting kiss-ass, only there to suck up to people that were influential and get views on his streams. And when it came to his IRL live streaming, he would sometimes get noticed by people outside of Antifa.
They said that you were at the Charlottesville rally?
Yeah, I was.
White supremacist?
No, I'm not a white supremacist. I was at the Charlottesville rally.
What were you doing it?
It was a free speech rally.
You didn't have a torch?
No. You can't touch my property or me.
Dude, when you're getting confronted by random women on the street that are like, aren't you the guy from that Nazi rally? No, I didn't do a Nazi rally, no. I think you did. Are you that fucking loser? Are you that baked Alaska loser? Like, oh my god, that's gotta be devastating, dude.
Pretty sure I can.
No, you gotta learn the law, man.
No, I'm gonna get the camera out of my face.
Watch what she does here. I love this clip.
Whoa!
I asked you to get it out of my face.
You just broke my phone.
Not my problem.
You owe me a phone.
She breaks his phone after he's harassing her.
Hey,
and mind you, he did all this in front of the bouncer, manager, and all the people at like the club that this is happening in front of it. They were waiting in line to get into as he was harassing them. So even though he's trying to like call the cops on her and get her in trouble, all of the staff are there like on her side. And so they let her into the club, They refuse to let him in, and he's like, no, you gotta send her out. She's gotta talk to the cops. I'm gonna press charges. And the staff at the place talked to the cops for her and explained everything that happened, and she got away with it, of course. Because he was filming her and in her face and actively harassing her, and there are dozens of witnesses, and just his words saying that, she broke his phone for no reason.
I had a lady just assault me and break my phone, and I'm here in Hollywood. The cops are on their way. She has to stay here. All right, so they're letting him in the club right here.
Yep, letting him in the club.
And this clip goes on. He starts arguing with the manager of the club, claiming he needs these women identified so he can report them to the police. Now this will come up again, but it is such a common play for Baked. He will have no smart or insightful comments to make, he will have nothing to say, he will just be an irritant. He will push as far as he can until someone lashes out, and then he goes crying to the police or any authority playing the victim. This is such a spineless, childish way to act, and he becomes the punchline, and that quite sadly is the only way his content can be funny. Like, in my humble opinion, Baked's ideas of comedy aren't fully realised. If you have ever, or a woman, I have something very serious to tell you. One thing I'll have to take a bit of an L on is around this time, he released a book, Meme Magic Secrets Revealed, and I could not find this piece of shit anywhere. It's not for sale, there's no PDF of it.
What an image. What an image to exist without a hint of irony. The Pepe.
The best I could do was find a review of it. So let's take a look at this. For the most part, the piece essentially promotes GNA as a larger-than-life figure responsible for the election of Trump, while simultaneously engaging in the idea that GNA is also a helpless victim of leftist politics and corporations. And then we've got the second of two reviews saying his genius is only surpassed by his sense of humor and humility. Tell me that's not baked on his alt. But still, this makes me think the blurb on the back might not be satire. They devised Brexit's upstart success. They masterminded Donald Trump's sweeping presidential victory. They may very well be the force behind every major happening in recent history. And they do it all from the comfort of their mother's basements, or so they would have you believe. I don't think Baked has the wit or intelligence to write a book, but for now, as for what the contents of this thing are, will have to stay a mystery. So Baked, not to be a one-trick pony, did do the
Brexit was a disaster? Well, all the big anti-SJW figures that had any, stake in talking about British politics were all very pro-Brexit. There was a very, you guys might not remember it, but during the anti-SJW, era, that was a big part of, the big right-wing push for, everything. A big part of that was supporting Brexit. All those people backed Brexit, or they didn't care.
Odd desktop stream.
About this type of stuff, I'm not going to publicize my feet constantly. But these are my rates right here. If you're interested in custom...
Wait, there's a rate chart?
Interesting stuff, but he did strike gold by getting in with the internet blood sports crowd and associating with others in that area, such as Andy Warski, Ethan Ralph, and Tonkasaw. Associating with others in that area.
Was that Andy Warski burning his nipple hair with a lighter? Dude, Andy Raceworski, oh my god, he went down a road, man. He went down a fucking road. Holy shit. Man, none of you guys are going to remember Andy Raceworski, but if those that do, we can all just mutually... Isn't he in jail now? Probably. I'm gonna be honest, probably.
Warski, Ethan Ralph, and Tonkasaw. Nowadays, people...
I think Ethan Ralph probably OD'd on pills, and this guy probably died of some kind of, brain hemorrhage concussion-related issue.
They'll call any vicious online arguments blood sports, but back in 2017 and going into 2018, it was just referring to this small group of people running their...
That is Brittany Venti. If you don't know who she is, I'm not even opening that can of worms, but she was one of the people in the blood sports scene. I low-key miss this scene, because if it was still around, we'd be going in there and extracting a fair amount of content.
Live streams. These were all very low production value, and they were hosted by some peculiar characters, to say the least. They all held similar political beliefs to what Baked did, and the main attraction to their streams were debates. But this niche that was established didn't aim for civil and productive conversations. Often they would...
And these people were, some of the biggest degenerates on the internet. Really degenerate. Imagine Dylan Burns' Hippy Dippy podcast, if everybody involved was the biggest degenerate you've ever seen in your life.
be the internet equivalent to bum fights. And for a while it lasted, it was a pretty good time. These weren't great people that you'd want to be pretend online friends with. They were unhinged maniacs providing entertainment, and they managed to blow up so much at one point their shows would host an insane cast of characters. As for Baked, he was actually a good fit for this, because the only talent you really need to produce this content is networking skills. And as Baked is spiritually a desperate LA whore, this is something that he could do. Some of his achievements included getting political laughingstock Laura Loomer on a call with infamous online troll and crowd favourite Mr. Metka, and hosting a white nationalist versus black supremacist debate between Jared Taylor and Tariq Nasheed. And this was a more traditional debate, it was just absurd that it got set up.
Why is it that we white supremacists are happy for the Asian countries to develop? Why are we happy for the...
This is a black and white supremacist having a conversation, and they get along because they're both in favor of racial ethnostates and segregation, and they actually end up getting along and having a fairly cordial conversation. Tariq Nasheed and this white supremacist, because they agree on 99% of things, and even this guy is like, I mean, we agree on so much, like, I don't even necessarily think I see myself as superior to you. Like, they get along so well. Like, at the end of the day, the white separatism stuff and white supremacy go hand in hand. If the white separatism stuff ever comes back into vogue on the left again, you better believe I'll be right on top of it, because I've seen where it goes. I've seen where it leads.
Chinese to go over and help exploit Africa, but we don't want Africa to succeed. I mean, why do we care? What is it about us that, yeah?
That's a great question.
Yeah, give me an answer.
White supremacy has a racial hierarchy.
Right.
Okay. It's white on top. You might have the Asians on the next, Arabs here, Hispanic whites here, and blacks have always been on the bottom. Blacks got to be on the bottom because black people, we have the genetic capacity to annihilate the entire planet sexually. Because when we procreate with you, the offspring is going to be non-white. So black people operate on...
If a white and a black person have a baby, the baby will not be white. You would probably consider the baby black, although there are some outcomes where the baby ends up being way whiter. But what happens if that baby grows up, has kids with a white person? Their kid's gonna be pretty darn white. Like, if they have multiple kids, they might have some kids that get only white traits, so straight hair, white skin, like just in every way they look like a white person, and then like their sibling might end up looking a little bit more mixed. That is fairly common. And then literally one more generation, you basically completely eliminated that genetic variation, besides maybe some out there factors, but this is a very common white supremacist talking point, and it's something that even the black separatist types agree with, is the idea that whiteness, like a bucket of white paint, is purity, and even one drop of black in that white paint dilutes it, right? And so in a special way, like, white is a purity, and anything else mixed in is an impurity. Problem is, color theory of paint does not work with race, and literally a couple generations later, you're back to having a white bloodline, more or less. That's just not how genetics works, but white supremacists and black supremacists agree on that complete mischaracterization of race.
Genetic threat, so we have to be on the bottom. White supremacy is crystallized.
And then, of course, there's the fact that race, when we say race, we're going by the American conception, which is, what color is your skin? Like, if I look at you, and you look white, and most people would look at you and be like, you're white, then you're white. That's America's standard.
On how black people are mistreated. This is why when you bring Asians over, the Asians start doing their little nigger jokes when they get around you. So
what?
All these other groups are...
As cringe as it might be to say,
I like how the white supremacist was confused.
Was raw grassroots content where anything could happen, and it gained a huge following and made Baked presumably a shitload of money through super chats. So Baked was happy, and these online antics also got him in the good graces of previously mentioned...
Wait, was that the cowboy fucker?
And made Baked presumably...
Oh my god, that's the cowboy fucker! It's gay Nick Fuentes! Woo! LGBT hero and ally of the gay community, Nick Fuentes, the catboy fucker, the destiny sucker.
A shitload of money through super chats. So Baked was happy, and these online antics also got him in the good graces of previously mentioned Mr. Metka, who at the time highly valued the anti-establishment, anti-mainstream nature of this sort of content. Sometime after the Tariq Nasheed debate, Metka called into Baked's stream, and it's pretty interesting to watch back because he first starts talking as if he's coaching him.
But it doesn't have to be like far right and far left. Like you're limiting your scope too much. You just need to find groups of people or individuals that have some kind of a...
Dude, Mr. Medicare spent so much time around these people, it literally gave him cancer. Isn't that crazy? He spent so much time tard wrangling all these right-wing weirdos and degenerates online, it gave him cancer.
Conflict, and then let them use your platforms in place to have it out. People want to tune in and listen to people.
Also, I'm not the only one who thinks this, right? Doesn't Medicare in this audio kind of sound like FitMC? I'm not the only one who hears it, right? Anyone who's ever watched FitMC, like, he kind of sounds like FitMC here with a less deep voice. But, like, at certain, like, tones and intonations, he kind of sounds like FitMC.
People freak the fuck out and scream at each other. That really is kind of the beauty of it at the end of the day.
But throughout the call, some of Baked's tendencies, along with him mentioning his manager, make Medicare start to question whether Baked is the man for the job.
Something more interactive with the audience. So be like, if someone gives like a $50 super chat, like I have to interrupt the conversation right there and ask them the question within reason, unless they're like,
oh god, that sounds like something a manager would say. No, you need to interact with the audience more.
My own fan base has devolved into making gay black jokes about me. That's what I've turned into.
Well, you know what's funnier about the black gay dick joke is the fact your manager just made 50 cents off that. That's the funniest part of it. That's the humor of this.
Yeah.
The awkward silence.
Well, you know what? Billy? We're doing some. Fuck. He's a great man. He's a great manager. Okay.
And looking back,
I really want you guys to watch the rest of this documentary if it's caught your interest. But before we wrap this up, I need to show you guys the last thing from Baked Alaska I saw. I think I can find the exact Reddit post that I covered. Is this it? Post was deleted. Mirror. Okay, we got a mirror. I love mirrors. Mirrors are my favorite thing ever. You can look at them. Is the mirror broken? Holy crap. Is it taken down from the internet? Or something like that? Oh, here it is. Oh no, this isn't even it. Well, here's one of many, I guess. Fuck it. I guess Baked Alaska had the particular meltdown that I covered taken down off of Reddit, because it's been deleted and the mirror is down. But here's another one of his meltdowns.
I'm done.
All right, let's go.
Report your ex-boyfriend to the police.
I think they're trying to dine and dash.
I got her. How much?
Sammy,
Okay.
what do you even want out of life? You seem
Sorry,
like a
I'm
lost
sorry,
child.
she's a little drunk. I got her. She's kind of off her meds.
I think his girlfriend's actively
I
leaving him.
apologize. She's off her medication. Okay.
I wouldn't mind taking a photo of your internal beauty, girl. I also wouldn't mind putting my cock in your bad eye.
Sorry about that. She's off her medication and drank a little too much.
It's okay.
Ignore the trolls. You both have chemistry, and I hope outside of the screen you have something beautiful together. Enjoy the journey.
Don't touch her. Please don't touch anyone.
Just get out.
You can ask me
I'm
a couple of nuts.
Okay, so Harrison Ford is telling them to leave.
Ma'am, can you
I
put...
just recorded you putting your
Sammy,
hands on
take your $1,000 and buy XDRM #Fight Nights.
He says he owns this
Ma'am,
place.
can you please come out with
No,
me?
I want him federally prosecuted if he thinks he's this restaurant now.
Just
Hey.
That is the craziest drunk bitch line I've ever heard. I want him federally prosecuted. Damn.
No.
Don't touch
No,
anyone.
you're not gonna do that.
Don't touch anyone.
I don't think so.
I'm trying
She does this sober. I'm sure she does this sober too, but she's so drunk right now.
to sign the check, guys.
She's bad news.
Can I sign it right here? Or where- Okay.
Go.
I'm just trying to sign the check.
Do not touch me.
Hey,
Don't touch me. You need not let
does this guy work here?
He owns this
Okay. Well, he shouldn't be touching anyone.
Sammy,
You are going
please
to
go
prison
out.
if you keep
Okay, where's the pen?
You are cute.
It was just in your hand. It's right here.
Oh, sorry.
I will leave if he gets away from me. You need to...
At what point are you allowed to, like, pinch somebody by the top of their ear and lead them out by their ear from your private property and it's not a crime? Like, surely, like, if someone will not leave your property and you just grab them by the top of their ear and drag them out in that way that, like, a mom, like, drags their kids out of some trouble, like, is that allowed? Like, are you allowed to do that to somebody who won't leave your property? Because Because I feel like that might be one of the most effective ways to escort someone off your property. I don't know why bouncers and security guards don't go for the ear pull method. I mean, that shit works. I don't remember a single time as a kid where that happened to me and I was not like, okay, alright, oh fuck.
Alright, there you go. Sorry about that.
Babe, she's slowly unraveling. Please leave before she gets 12 on you again.
Don't touch me! Get your hands off me! Get your hands off me!
Yo.
Out.
Chill.
Stay out of here. Just stay
Damn.
out.
Yo, chill.
And find out
Get out.
The whole place clapping for him. That's crazy.
Sammy, don't.
Dude, everyone literally clapped. He kicked them out, and then literally everyone clapped. It's like a made-up Reddit story. No one would believe it if it wasn't on video.
You're gonna get arrested. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He does get arrested, according to the Reddit
Don't
post.
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yo, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Who do you think you are?
Don't do that. Don't do that, guys.
I think the federal government would have you arrested.
Hey,
Sam,
stay back.
It's
He's so drunk.
It's out of our control now.
Okay, stay back,
Welcome
Sammy.
to
Come
the
on.
internet.
Let's go. Let's go.
No, I just recorded all of that. I want to know his name. I'm calling the police right now. I want to know his name.
You just recorded yourself committing an act of trespassing and assault, man.
I'm calling the police right now. I want to know his name.
Ignore the hate.
Ma'am, you are calling the police to show them evidence of you committing a crime against the owner of the establishment. You really shouldn't do that. So yeah, she got arrested. But yeah, so that was like 2 years ago. That was what Baked Alaska was up to. His girlfriend got arrested. And I don't think bro's doing too well these days. But I guess that's the future for all these shock jock right-wing losers. As much as they may seem successful now, they don't have that long in the limelight. You know, like these right-wing losers are, you know, they're like a candle burning at both ends. They may burn twice as bright, but only for half as long. And nowadays, we look back at Baked Alaska and whatever presence he has left on the internet as an absolute joke. And I hope that for whatever right-wing pundit that you are tired of seeing in your recommended today, and you're tired of seeing them pull millions of views or whatever, just know that that is the path that awaits them. These right-wing bozos always end up falling off. They have nothing to bring to the table, and it never works out for them in the end. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, if you liked what I had to say, if it was entertaining or educational for you, then leave a like, a comment, and a hype if you want to boost it in the algorithm, and fight against the evil powers at YouTube that want to suppress progressive content, and consider subscribing if you want to see more from me. I really do appreciate you watching, though, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video as well.